gosh, if it isn't the cutest buddy. It isn't the cutest buddy. It isn't the cutest buddy. So what am I trying to reconcile? Munch, 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 mooch, gooch, gadoosh, gadoosh, badoosh, swish, swish, badoosh, badoosh. Oh my goodness. Alright, so what's going on? How do I tend to this? Again, we've got a situation where an old wound is being activated, and I'm feeling that, and simultaneously going, that's a very old wound, that doesn't need to have to do with this. So when I take it way, way back, it was a violation of trust and safety. Yeah, number one, violation of trust and safety. Number two, violation of trust and safety. Three, probably the most painful, violation of trust and safety. Four, a violation of trust and safety. Five, a violation of trust and safety. And obviously exhausted by that point, right? And that's kind of when everything fell apart, and then here we are. Here we are, right? In the evolutionary rung, upward, the next rung, and facing that again. Oh, sweet boy. Oh, sweet boy. And going, but not facing it again in a grandiose way, more facing it in a symbolic way. Feeling that pang. That's the one that's being triggered. That, like, oh, such a sweet face. Such a sweet face. Such a cute face. Such an adorable face. Such an adorable face. That's a face. That's a sweet face. That's a sweet buddy. Yeah, that's a sweet buddy. So what's the solution? Oh my goodness. Oh my sweetness. Oh, what a chunky little body. What's the solution? Oh my, what a belly. Oh my, what a belly. Oh my, what a belly. I find myself. I don't know. Yeah, I don't like that wound being. I don't like that wound being reawakened. Especially when it has no right to be reawakened. Like, and I think it's the. Again, it goes back to that interpretation of
Yeah, it does go back to taking things personally. It does go back to taking things personally. It does go back to taking things personally. And it does go back to feeling unwanted and then asking the question, am I unwanted? Or am I just feeling unwanted? And the mature approach would be to go, oh, hi, buddy. Hi, buddy. Hi. Hi, sweet boy. The mature approach would to go, you know what? This isn't about me. Or I would say the secure approach would be to go, you know what? This isn't about me. The insecure approach is to go, wait, what's wrong with me? Or what have I done wrong? Oh my goodness. So cozy. So cozy. Yeah.
sweet boy. Such a sweet boy, such a sweet boy, such a sweet boy.
Yeah, I mean, it keeps becoming clearer to me that this isn't something that's going to be thought through. It's going to be something that's healed through. And that healing isn't going to come easy.
Oh, that's so sweet. That's so sweet. That's so sweet, buddy.
The healing isn't just going to arrive. It's going to take hard work and time and courage.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
And all we can do is have faith that there's gold on the other side.
Oh, if it's a little paw, it's a little paw. All we can do is have faith that there's gold on the other side. Oh my goodness, how much cuteness is in there? How much cuteness is inside of a cat? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. How much sweetness is inside of a cat? How much sweetness is inside of this cat? So much. Tons. Mountains. Giant mountain ranges of sweetness are inside of this cat. Giant mountain ranges of sweetness are inside of this cat. Oh my goodness. So sweet. So sweet. So sweet. So sweet. So sweet. So stinking adorable and sweet. So sweet. So sweet. So sweet.
So, where do we go from here?
Oh, oh, if it isn't a little rabbit. If it isn't a little rabbit. If it isn't a little rabbit running through the forest. If it isn't a little rabbit running through the forest. Oh, my little rabbit. Oh, my little rabbit. Oh, such a rabbit. Oh, if it isn't a rabbit. So what do we do with all this? What do we do with all this, right? We want to evolve. We don't want to be stuck in the past. But it's definitely activating the past. Well, first of all, I want you to just think of 5 ways in which this is an evolution from the past. Number 1. After pizza making you sick, year after year after year after year, you're saying on this one, no pizza, not eating pizza. That's huge. That's a big deal. That's an evolution. No pizza. Number 2, how else is this different than the past? This is different from the past because this is different from the past because I'm able to see and recognize the patterns. I'm able to see and recognize the patterns, and because of those patterns, I am not heaping, I am leaping. Right. Good. No pizza, you're heaping, you're not heaping, you're leaping. Number 3, a win-win has been established. Right. Right. A win-win has been established. Which involves what? Celebrating that which is. Celebrating that which is for that which it is. And the win-win is a major component that didn't exist in the past. It wasn't the paradigm or the framework in the past. And in this present framework,
you're prepared for a sentence that goes like this. Why? And you go, awesome. Why? And if the sentence goes goes X. Go, great. Y is a win. X is a win. Can't lose. Now the gap between those two wins, why is that also a win? This is the fourth thing. We've got the pizza. We've got the leap over heap. We've got the win-win. And what's the fourth thing? Why is that gap also a win? Because when something is thrown into the gap, when a stick or a stone is thrown into a gap, it's a gift. Because it is it's a gift to awareness and it's a gift to action. The awareness goes, aha, nope. And the action goes, it's actually a fun little rhyme, action detection, action detection, action detection. Which means I am, it's interesting, I haven't thought of it this way. If the win on the right side is the win of unity, and the win on the left side is the win of I mean, I guess I could say the win on the right is unity, and the win on the left is individuality. And the goal is for both of those to be infused with joy, purpose, meaning, gratitude, all the good stuff. Joy of unity, joy of individuality. And that if there's a gap in between, if sticks and stones are thrown, it's a push towards individuality. All right, so that's 4 different ways. Is that 4 different ways that it's different? We've got the pizza, we got the pizza, we got the leap over heap, we've got the win and the win on the right and the left side, the win of unity and the win of individuality, and then we have the win of sticks and stones falling into the gap. What's the 5th? Well, the 5th must have to do something to do with the macro crisis and the wound. The 5th must have something to do with the mirroring the macro crisis and the wound. How is the macro crisis a gift, not a crisis? How is the macro puzzle a gift, not a problem? Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing. The dark side of the macro crisis is the crisis. It's painful. It's painful and it's scary and it's unpleasant. The crisis. But the light side, the positive side, is the opportunity. The opportunity is the North Star. The macro opportunity is recalibrating towards that North Star. Now I want you to imagine a future. Imagine into a future where you've solved the macro crisis and you're living into the macro opportunity, and you are now looking back, grateful that everything brought you to where you are. Why don't you just take a moment and imagine that? Look back at gratitude. Look back with gratitude at each point along that upward spiral. Look back at gratitude at each point along that upward spiral. Say thank you to each point along that spiral. So now that you've thanked all of them, can you see how the macro crisis is also a win? See, there's a certain form of actionable faith that one needs to live this life. It's like one must one must have 10-year goals and live in the present moment. Live in the today, all right? Live in the today, but have 10-year goals. And faith that one will be there. Faith that one will arrive. Faith that one will arrive, but a rooted presence in the journey itself. Faith in the destination, a rooted presence in the journey. And so what the win in the macro crisis is a reminder to be thinking in days and in decades. It's almost like a faith in decades founded in days. Faith in decades founded in days. Patience in decade, present in days. So if you're ever lost and you think that you're backtracking, if you think that you are where you were, no. This is very new. This is very evolved. This is a very new paradigm and framework. You are not eating the pizza. You are in leap, not heap. You've got the win, and you understand even the win of the gap. And you understand the wound that mirrors the macro crisis, and you understand that the gift of the macro crisis is this macro opportunity that reminds you to found in days, faith in decades. It reminds you to be present in days and patient for decades. And that exercise of future retroactive gratitude, where you step into the future and you are retroactively grateful, and you can see with thankfulness, it's a reminder that as Jules said, worry is wasteful and useless in times like these, that we don't actually need worry. What we need is enthusiasm. Enthusiasm. That's all we can do. We can think about, we can reference, we can come back to our 10 years. We can come back to our 10 years and go, wait, where do I want to have arrived in 10 years? What's my destination again? Oh yeah, and then bring it back to the present, bring it back to today. And take the little steps, the little chunks needed. That's all you got to do. Just the little steps and the little chunks. It's profound. It is absolutely profound. It is so profound. It's the consistency that is so profound. It is that consistent movement, that consistent no matter what energy, that consistent charge towards inevitability, which does not take that much today. You with me? Yes. That is what I've been trying to get across. That is what I've been trying to get across. Now, will there be activation of wounds? Yes. Will there be emotions? Absolutely. Will you have sad moments? Absolutely. But I invite you to return It's like I want to invite you to return to your. That's so much why I want you to have a regimen, routine, ritual. I want you to have a regimen, routine, ritual that is your foundation. A regimen, routine, ritual that is your through line. A regimen, routine, ritual that is your practice, your work. Yeah. So that for the next 10 years, no matter what happens in the drama of life, whoosh, da goosh, whoosh, whoosh, da goosh, doosh, whoosh, doosh, whoosh, da goosh, doosh, whoosh, a bish, a boosh, boo, 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 boo. That you have this through line. You have this strong undercurrent that is building something grand. That's what I want you to return to. Because people will come and go, things will come and go. All these little things, they'll come and go. Whoosh, whoosh. But what you are in control of, what you have, is this surge. This energetic surge of this is my system, this is my plan, these are my goals. These are the goals that fit into my plan, that fit into this system. This is my system. And I commit to that system and I commit to the iteration of that system, and I don't allow for anyone or anything to throw me off that. Rooted in that. Get rooted in that. Get rooted in that. Get rooted in your system. Get rooted in that system that is taking you from day to decade, that is taking you to that destination. And then enjoy the rest. Then enjoy the rest. Enjoy the roller coasters, but don't live on them. So let me guide you. Let me give you enough guidance that you need to take this eagle's eye view and bring it back down to earth. We've been at the eagle eye. Let's get down to earth. Let's bring this down to earth. Well, I think when we talk about ritual and routine and what was the other R word? Regimen. Ritual, routine, and regimen. It's time to really look at the mornings again. To really look into the mornings again, and it's time to really finally, once and for all, whatever you want to call it, take iteration out of the realm of conceptuality and bring iteration into the grounded reality. So basically, I want you to do A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. That's how I want you to do it. I want you to do A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. Okay, that's eight categories, 8 things. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. I want you to do those 8. Those 8 umbrellas. And then I want you to iterate. That's it. That's it. So it's not that complicated. All you're going to do every day for the rest of your life is you're going to wake up and you're going to do A, then you're going to do B, then you're going to do C, then you're going to do D, then you're going to do E, you're going to do F, then you're going to do D, F, then you're going to do G, then you're going to do H, and then you're going to iterate that entire process, which is the most important part. And then you're just going to go about your day. You're just going to go about your day. Getting on and off of roller coasters, playing, dabbling, and this and that and this and that. But you are going to wake up in the morning and you're going to A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. 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 Now, you can lump as much under A as you want to. You can lump as much under B as you want to. C, D, E, F, G, H. You can lump as much under them as you want to, as long as it's very clear. As long as it's very clear that you can check each off. You need to be able to say, I did A, I did B, I did C, I did D, I did E, I did F, I did G, I did H, now I'm doing I. I'm doing all the steps that are involved in I, and the steps that are involved in I are looking at A and just saying, how do I, all I have to do is modify A slightly toward the positive. That's it. That's it. Modify A slightly towards the positive. Modify B slightly toward the positive. C slightly, D slightly, E slightly, F slightly, G slightly, H slightly, and then I'm done. Then I can live the rest of my day and do whatever the rest of the day might entail. That's it. That's it. That's it. And the world is your oyster. And the emotions, again, remember that the emotions are going to come through. Allow them to come through. But don't start to think that you are them. Don't start to identify with them. Let go of identification. And dive deep into creation. And watch as days turn into decades. Watch as the macro crisis transforms into a macro opportunity. Watch as the macro crisis turns into a macro celebration. And that mirrors the wound, and the wound heals. As the macro crisis turns into a macro celebration, the wound turns from a crisis to a celebration. The wound heals. And that gap heals. That gap heals. And so there's no longer win, 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 just one fluid win across the board, a full spectrum of win. When you take that back even further, you are living in the LEAP. You're living in the LEAP with faith. You've left behind the HEAP. You've left behind the HEAP, and all of a sudden, life has brought you to a pizza that you can finally eat, because it nourishes you deeply and doesn't make you sick like all those allergic reaction pizzas from before.